Hi guys, thanks for joining me. So today I thought I would do something, just a quick a how-to, I guess, video. Let me just adjust this first. So I was printing out some of the making and creating digital collage club printables. I've been, just kind of working on a few projects. And so I thought I would show you how I change the printing layout for some of the papers. I've been asked this before, and so I thought I would just quickly show you how I go about doing that. So as an example, the printables for this kit, they print portrait. Okay, so, and I know many of you have asked how I go about switching my printouts when I work with them, especially if you wanted to use them in a journal and kind of fold them the kind of journal page way in landscape. But before I get started, I thought I would mention that Making and Creating with Digital Collage Club is celebrating a 10-year celebration, and they've got a lot going on their site. If you're interested in joining, I have links actually for you to join their club. You can join either annually or lifetime. Great information on their website. If you use the discount code, it will direct you to the different types of membership you could join. And basically you have unlimited use of their printables. There's so many printables. They send printables out every week, and there's always something new to receive from them. I think in their latest information email, they said that they've got some kind of birthday kit coming out, special pricing, that whole thing. So check out the links that I will put in the description box below if you're interested. And so let me just show you, just with this particular kit, how I've kind of changed things a little bit. Okay, so the one thing that I did want to say is that there are a lot of their kits are landscape like this. Okay, this one is not, and so I want to show you how I made my landscape pages with some of their similar papers, or some of their papers. Now, one thing I wanted to note is for this orientation, the portrait, if you look at the image, the one that I did landscape style is a bit larger. I don't know if you can tell from the screen there. So this one, the image kind of expands because we're sort of expanding the image as we're making it go landscape. And then same goes with this image. You can kind of see the seahorse a little larger, and the stars and the boat, etc., than if you had the portrait version, I should say. So that also kind of makes a little bit of a difference when you're working with this, because you kind of get a nicer, larger image. Also, it depends on the image that you are trying to enlarge. So I don't know what your printers are like. I'll show you what I do with my printer, and hopefully that helps you kind of change the orientation. So as I mentioned, I'll just show you some of the pages because they're so nice. I'm just printing them in kind of different sizes. I'm making them a little bit larger. Some of them I'm keeping the size that they are. And this is just part of their nautical kit. And so these are the ones that I've selected to work on. As you can see, I'm sort of working on something right now. And so I thought I would show you how I've been making the images a little, different, and the format that I want to put them in. All right, so let me show you how I'm doing that. Okay, so I'm going to show you this image. This is the one that I'll be working on and changing the orientation. This is how it shows up when I'm ready to print it. The red arrow shows you that it's in portrait mode right now, and on the left side with the red, you'll see how it looks on my screen when I'm ready to print it. So this is the original, how it comes and how it would print. The next step I do is I change it to landscape, and now you can see on the top left side there, the image has kind of switched the way it looks, but I wanted to change also the way that the image shows up, in the sense of I wanted to change it to the landscape format. So again, for my printer, you'll see that I've unclicked auto rotate where the arrow is pointing, and now the image itself on the page looks like it's portrait again. But I want to expand that image, so I want it to cover the entire page. So the next step I do is I click on fill entire paper. Now you can see there the image has enlarged and it's now covering the entire side of my landscape paper. And lastly, I have the option of printing in borderless. So there is no border on my page if I select this option. Check with your printer and see if it has these settings. But I found that this was the easiest way for me to switch around my images when I wanted to print landscape and when I wanted to print in portrait. I decided to also show you screenshots because I find it easier to look at a screenshot when I'm trying to figure something out versus a video where you know, where things are kind of moving around and you can't quite figure out what's happening. So if you wanted to just go back and you know, review this video when you're ready to change your print job, then hopefully this will help you. You will also notice, and as I said, depending on your printer, you'll have to sort of figure out your settings, but that is how my printer works. And I've basically played around with different printers that I've had since, you know, starting this channel to see which ones I kind of enjoy using the most. And I have found this one works really well for me. I do have links in the description box below, as I mentioned, to the discount codes for making and creating with Digital Collage Club, as well as some of my favorite supplies, including some of the printers. I will link those below as well if you're interested in checking them out. But I thought I would just quickly mention that I will be working with this kit, just making some fun projects. I've got some more, you know, digitals from their collections that I'll be kind of creating with as well. But I just quickly wanted to film this video just to show you how I've been sort of working with these. And Tina from Making and Creating asked me to share a quick video for all of you that are interested in seeing how I switch things around. So basically these images now, if you wanted to put them in a journal, when you change them to the landscape format, and now it can become a journal page with the right orientation versus the shorter image that you would get from folding this page in that orientation, if you know what I mean. So now you can have, you know, journal pages that go in any direction, especially you know, this one if you're printing 8.5 by 11, and if you've got a different project going on that requires the portrait mode, then you already have that, as that's how they've set it up for you. I do something similar with enlarging images. If you want to see that video, let me know and I'll show you how I would enlarge this image, you know, to kind of make it actually a journal page as well. It really does depend on you know, how they've set up the image, that it works better in some cases. For example, if these were florals, it would be so much easier to enlarge than trying to make this sort of fit a journal page, if you know what I mean. But anyways, that's a whole other thing. I thought I would just stick with the easiest one that I could share right now, and that is going from portrait to landscape. I hope you found this helpful. If you want any more ideas, let me know. If you're, you know, if you think you have more questions about a way to kind of manipulate your images and print them out a little different, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of this video and come back soon. I've got some more tutorials coming up, some hauls that I want to share with you, possibly more giveaways. And for those of you in my Happy Mail Pals, I will be messaging you soon with some more fun ideas. All right. Thanks so much for stopping by.